In this video, I'm going to show you how to install WordPress and restore the migration backup. Now, depending on your web hosting provider, you may have a different control panel, but you should have the ability to install WordPress. In this example, I'm using the cPanel control panel, and if we scroll down, this one has Installatron, and it's used to install WordPress or various other applications. As you can see, this particular web hosting account already has a WordPress installation, and this is for the main domain. For this demo, I'm going to install WordPress to a subfolder because in a lot of circumstances, you're not going to want to work on your existing WordPress website until your new WordPress site is done. So we're going to install into a subfolder, and then after we're done, building out the site, we're going to clone it back so it's the main installation for the domain name. So in Installatron, I'm going to go up here to Application Browser, and then I'm going to scroll down until I see WordPress, and then I'm going to click Install this application. Now this, I always like to choose the one with the HTTPS because that is using SSL. Now depending on your web hosting provider, you may not have that option available as default, but if you're hosting it with, on our servers, you're going to be able to use HTTPS. This is the subfolder I want to install it to, and I'm just going to type in new-wordpress-site. And this, I'm just going to keep all this the same. You can look to see what your password is here and, make note of this somewhere within an email or just write it down. And I'm just going to install this as default. And you'll see you'll have to give it a little bit while it's installing WordPress. Okay, the installation is complete, and I'm going to click on this button. This is the URL to the front end of WordPress, and you'll see it's just a default installation. And I'm going to just click on this link, and it's going to log me into the back end of WordPress. Okay, so the next step is to download the Updraft migration plugin. And then you're also going to need the backup files because right now your site doesn't have any content, but when we restore this migration backup file, it's going to look like this. Now to download the plugin file and the migration backup, you're going to visit the link that's in the description of this video. I'm just going to go ahead and paste it here, and it's going to ask you to download this zip file. And just save it to your desktop. And it may take a few minutes to download, but you got to wait till it's completed. Okay, it's completed downloading. Now I'm going to go to my desktop, and the file's right here. I'm going to right click it and go to Extract All, and it's going to pop up this, and it's just asking what folder to extract the contents of this zip file to. I'm just going to leave it as default. Click Extract. And it's automatically going to open up the folder it created with all these files. Now this Updraft one is the plugin file, and the rest of them are the backups we're going to restore. So let's go back to WordPress. And I'm going to go over here to Plugins, Add New, and then Upload Plugin, choose File, and I'm going to go in that file. I don't want to go inside this zip file again. I want to go in the folder it created. And then select Updraft with Migrator. And open. I click Install Now, and you'll see in the bottom left it says it's uploading. You just got to give it a little bit, and then click Activate Plugin. Okay, now it's going to pop up this message from Updraft. You can just press here to start. Okay, now this is the Updraft plugin, and this is what we're going to use to restore the data so your WordPress website will look like this. We're going to go over here and click Upload Backup Files, and then select Files, and then they're in the same folder. You want to select all of these except for the Updraft Plus with Migrator. So an easy way of doing this is I can click this one, and then I'm going to press the Control key, and I can select all these. And then we release the Control key. and then open. Now you do have to make sure all of these complete. Depending on your web hosting provider, it may not upload all these in one go, so you may have to re-upload any that fail. So we're just going to give it a few minutes. Usually takes about 5, sometimes 10 minutes, depending on your internet connection and depending on your web hosting provider. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll notice it's adding these files here. So it already completed uploading this backup and the backup for others, and you'll see it's in the names here. You see others right here. This one is the plugins. This is the backup for the themes and the upload. I'm going to pause the video until this completes its upload. Now you'll notice right here it looks like it stalled, but I usually give it a few minutes. See, and you'll notice it did start working on that fourth backup file. And you'll notice we're working on the last backup file that we need. Okay, uploading the backup files is now complete. You do need to make sure it says completed next to each of these. If it doesn't, you're going to have to try to re-upload the particular file that failed. Now before I go ahead and click restore, I want to go back out to the main page of this WordPress website to show you the difference of what this restore is going to do. This is just the default installation with no data. We're going to go ahead and click restore over here, and I want to select all of these. Click restore. Now it's going to come up with a warning that you're trying to restore it to a different domain name, and this is going to be selected by default. You're going to leave that selected and click restore. Now this doesn't show any type of progress indicator or anything like that. You do have to leave it on this page. It does take a few minutes. Right here it says the restore operation has begun. Do not press stop or close your browser until it reports itself as having finished. Now you're going to see a bunch of text in a huge log file down here below once it's done. Now notice there's nothing that shows us it's working. So this is very important that you just keep it on this page until it is done and you see the log report below. So I'm just, okay, there we go. You'll see it has finished and the restoration is completed, and you don't really have to look through here. You can kind of go to the bottom and see if it says restore successful. Now I'm going to go back out to the main page of this WordPress site, and I'm just going to refresh my browser. And now you'll notice all the data has been restored to the WordPress site. And this data and all these pages are going to give you a great starting point on customizing this with your logo and your color schemes, which I'm going to show you in additional videos. Now, since the data was restored to this WordPress site, your admin login info is different. To get to the admin URL for WordPress, you're going to go to the installation or the URL that you installed WordPress to, and then it's wp-admin. And it's going to pull up the WordPress admin login page, and the username is going to be site admin, and the password I'll leave in the description of this video as well. So I'm going to click login. Now the first thing you want to do is change your password. Since this was a restore from a backup file, there's other gyms that may be using this data as well as a starting point to create their website. So to secure your website, you're going to want to change this password. So to do that, you're going to go into the top right up here and then go to edit my profile, or you can also go over here on the left to users, all users, and then you can just click on the user, or you can click edit. And then you would scroll down a little bit, or actually maybe it's up here. Next to new password, click generate password. You can use this password if you want, or you can change it to something new. You want to try to make this a strong password, so you may have to add some characters to the end, or just create a stronger password. So I'm just going to use that as an example. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and click update profile. and you'll see it says profile updated. And then if I log out, and you'll see it now, it allows us to log in with that new password we reset it to.